Welcome again, Gemini. So good of you to join me. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au with your March 2016 overview. I'm mixing it up a little bit this last couple of months. Not so interested in the chronological dates. I'll mention a few dates for you, but I think what's particularly of interest, I think, is the karmic and real life issues that are going on and how month by month they are panning out, how that's developing, how you're dealing with those sorts of things. I'm sure you can get any number of readings online which give you the parrot fashion, this date, that date, this date, that date. But for example, if we look at the role of Saturn right now, its task of really cornering you in your relationships. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at Mars in the 6th house of work and service, about to approach the same sector, and the moon there right now as the month of March commences, all very much signifying this focus and if I could say frustration, almost pent-up anger in terms of your relationships. Now, for some of you who aren't in relationships, this could be, for those of you that are in relationships, it is a form of very intense resistance. And over the past, if some of you have seen the videos here, we talk about resistance as being the primary source of pain, primary source of suffering. The job of the astrologer and astrology is to look carefully into your horoscope and see where this frustration, where this resistance is. And of course the obvious task is to break that down, free you from those internal problems, thereby releasing you and producing a much better external situation for you, whether it be with people, employers, relationships, circumstances generally. So we see the powerful right angle of that Saturn to the Sun just now. The Sun is quite well placed for you, moving in the upper part of your horoscope till around the 21st of March, when it moves to your 11th house of friendships. I'm getting chronological. We have to be a little bit chronological just to contextualize this whole thing. But this Sun in the right angle to Saturn is obviously a very taxing sort of aspect. It shows clearly the additional responsibilities and burdens that you may feel during its transit of your 10th house of profession. Still there in betwixt the South Node, the karmic point, and Neptune. So there's some confusion maybe about your role. There's a desire to attain great things now. But are those desires coming from the right space, I ask you? That is what Saturn's role will pertain to now during these transits. You're probably asking, what does he mean by that? I often always talk about job satisfaction, this desire to meet the expectation of your soul, your calling, your talents, your skills. And that frustration I've experienced in many clients, working for a very good salary, working for the prestige, but in no way working for the inner spiritual and emotional satisfaction that comes from pursuing something that you really love. So I guess in a nutshell, that's where this particular reading is going this month. This career part of your horoscope is significant this month because also on the 9th we see the new moon taking place. That means that the moon will swing around and move into the conjunction of the Sun. And when that happens, it is a prime opportunity for you to make those big shifts in life that matter. The new moon, of course, indicates in a sense, Control-Alt-Delete, self version 1.2. It is an opportunity for a personal upgrade. You don't have any problems with fear or apprehension. It's just sometimes we get stuck in the habit, the routine of, well, yeah, I've been doing it for so long. Yeah, it's not completely fulfilling, but I may as well just keep doing it. So I would ask you this month, Gemini, to rethink that strategy. Think about what it is you can do that's going to really make a difference. The creative components of your horoscope are strong. On the 23rd, we see not only a full moon, but an eclipse taking place in the sign of Libra. The 5th house of your horoscope is all about creativity and really rediscovering the inner child within yourself. That inner child is really that part of you which is completely absorbed, relaxed, expressive, creative, spontaneous, in the moment. It's interesting they call it the inner child. If you look at a child, the way a child plays, it is precisely that state of being that is correlated with the childlike activity, that absorption in the moment, that carefree intensity, which is not so much concerned with the outcome of what's going on as with the perfection of the action, the skillful use of your talents in the moment to produce something just really, really incredible and unique. The imprimatur of yourself and your originality on what you do. So it's sort of an aspirational month for you, I would say. And if you can plug into that, I think it's going to help you, because we do see also around that first week of the month Mars moving to the 7th house of relationships, and that's going to trigger some rather reactive tendencies in your partner. That up till August is going to be one of the focal points of our ongoing readings for you. And so I hope you take the time to look into that, analyse it, and really, really plug into that which is the core or essence of your being. Your ruling planet Mercury is in the 9th house. That also, after the first week, will move to your career sector. Venus in the 9th house is very lovely. That 9th house brings with it good karma from the past. You acquire some good opportunities. It's excellent for travels. I'm just sort of frothing at the mouth here a little bit, giving you a little bit more than that heavy, deep and meaningful spiritual, philosophical. Otherwise you mightn't come back. I hope you do, but I just want to give you a little bit of good news here as well. So lots of communication necessary. There's no shortage of that for you, being a Gemini, Mercury being your ruler. But certainly that full moon on the 23rd, I think, is going to really ramp up the creative powers and prowess that you have as inherent in your Gemini nature. So that's the brief synopsis. More detailed analysis if you'd like to join me at astrology.com.au, and the invitation is always there for you to avail yourself of my services or the services of many of the other astrologers that are affiliated with us here at astrology.com.au. I look forward to you coming in next month. Have a great one. Take care now. Bye-bye.